night, Antigua and Barbuda. UPP, the right choice. Good night, UPP Massive. Good night, Ruralists. Good night to my home constituency, St. John City South. I must see you, Dennis. Hey, good night to all the youth who will bring home the victory in this constituency and around Antigua and Barbuda whenever Gaston call the next election here. And we hear it could be by April. So make sure you have your bullboard ready for driver under them whenever the election call. Hey, we love you all. We need you to join us and bring change to this nation of Antigua and Barbuda. We are ready to govern this country. We are ready to redeem this beloved Antigua and Barbuda. We're ready for drive the bullboard upon them. And look, Sean go drive the bullboard upon the girl up here too, you know. We are an equal opportunity bullboard driver. And we're going to clap it on the hotel up here tonight. When we're done, we're going to go and deal with the sweet talker me have down there in the city south and drive the bullboard bunny. Gaston, call the election now. Are ready for vote in this country. Let me start out by saying that you're in good hands up here with Brother Sean Bird. Blow your horn. We're voting, Sean. Let me hear your horn blow. Ruralists. Hey, Sean is a hard worker. He cares about the people of this community. I see him and I hear him working in this constituency. I want you all to know he's the one that is going to redeem this constituency. He's the one that is going to bring real representation back to the people of this community. You must embrace him, love him, support him, and most importantly, vote for him in the next general election in Antigua and Barbuda. To vote, you must be registered, and your registration card is your proverbial bullboard. You must get it. Ruralists, go down by YMCA to the east of Lions and make sure that tomorrow, if you're not registered yet, you get registered for vote for Brother Sean. Tonight, I want to just take a step and highlight an issue that affects many families in Antigua and Barbuda. I want to address an issue that many suffer in silence from because there is no solution readily available in Antigua and Barbuda by the Ministry of Education or the Ministry of Social Transformation. They're so impotent of ideas. Nothing them they can come up with. Daryl Matthew just sitting over there every day and nothing he will do for the young people in this country seeking an education. I'll go drive the bullboard bunny Gladys. I'll go bangy and make sure that he not have no life again in the politics when I'm done with he. This issue of services for those with special needs in education, just so that everybody understand, if you don't know yet what we're talking about. Families that have children with speech impairment, with autism, with dyslexia, with emotional disturbance, with low vision, hard of hearing, learning disabilities, ADHD, mental health issues, and reading deficits. Them are the people that we talk about. Let me announce here tonight that the UPP government will value all children and lay the foundation for a comprehensive education support system for our children with developmental disabilities and disorders. There are many ways that we can address and achieve positive outcomes in education. And so, for all the ALP people that are cogging, pay attention. I'm about to share some information here with you. Listen up. We can definitely solve this problem by establishing schools for special needs for children with disabilities in Antigua and Barbuda, especially those who have severe disabilities. And I know that you're going to tell me, but Franz, they already have Adele. Well, you must fund Adele to do the work that it's supposed to do. You must put the resources necessary to make sure that they can do the work over there. We must provide special needs education in the regular school so that those who have mild disabilities can go to school and make something of themselves. We must establish learning centers in the community based on the demand and the need for that community, so that parents who have children with special needs can go to a community center and get services for them in Antigua. We must care for all our people, not just some, not just the people that eat at the trough, the crumbs that drop off of the table. We must care about everybody in Antigua and Barbuda. And then we can include resource rooms in the regular schools where children with disabilities can visit and receive special instruction so that they can feel a part of a community, so that they can make sure that at the end of the day, they have an opportunity for development as well. We have to do something to meet the needs of all students. There has been a downright assault on children who are students in Antigua and Barbuda by this government here. And as parents, we have to stand up and defend the next generation of this country. We can't allow Gaston Brown and his dogs to just walk over our children. We have to advocate for them. We must defend our children in Antigua and Barbuda. Look, brothers and sisters, potential supporters of the United Progressive Party, youth all over Antigua and Barbuda and in the diaspora, we need a government who will care about people. We need a government who will care about all the people of this nation of Antigua and Barbuda. It cannot be that we can have a $1.6 billion budget and people are living like dogs in this country. It can't be. We must care about the nation of Antigua and Barbuda. We need a government that will ensure education in school without condition and without discrimination. We need a government who will build and maintain good roads in every community in Antigua and Barbuda. So now for spend all our money on shocks and brakes and fixing our car and changing oil every day, every 2 months. We need a good government, ladies and gentlemen, that will provide regular and clean water in our pipes, not 3 days a week, not for 50% of the people, but for all Antiguans and Barbudans, 24/7, every single day of the week. We need a government who will guarantee affordable prices for food in Antigua and Barbuda. People out there dead for hungry, and this government refuses to use the resources of this nation to help the people in our country. I must drop the bull down the tail for that alone. We need a government who will deliver affordable housing for all people in Antigua. We are tired of going to work and paying rent for 30 and 40 years in this country and not nowhere for live. We must have affordable housing, and the UPP government is going to see to it that all who need housing get it in this country here. We need a government that will design opportunities for wealth creation for poor people in this country. And a tired work, I haven't worked in a job that and can't get no money in your bank account. We're going to fix that. We're going to create entrepreneurship opportunities for young and old people. We're going to make sure that we too can be middle class and upper class, and we too can have money in our pockets. This is what the United Progressive Party will do for the people of Antigua and Barbuda. And finally, we need a government that is going to foster a thriving economy for all businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, that means without having to wet your hand and put no money under the table. We need fair play in this country. We don't want any bribery taking place. We want a government that is fair and just and willing to develop this economy here. The United Progressive Party is that government. UPP, the right choice. UPP for the government of Antigua and Barbuda. We will see to it that everybody yam food in this country. We will see to it that there are opportunities for all people. We will see to it that all members of our nation are included in the quest to save Antigua and Barbuda. Not just some. We ask you that you hold us accountable. Not just vote for, put your hand in the ink, turn your back, and 5 years later, I'll back at the same thing again. Hold are we accountable when I'll go in there? Make sure that I'll do the work that you send out for do, especially over in the city south. I am there to work for the people over there. We're going to see changes like we have never seen for the last 30 years in that constituency. And then we, a people, will be a people in a nation that is indeed fair and free from fear. We will have a nation where all its sons and daughters have girded their loins and joined the battle for freedom and for prosperity. Ruralist, Antigua and Barbuda, City South, let us continue to love our nation. Let us continue to love each other. Let us continue as we press forward. UPP, the right choice. UPP, the right choice. We're going to drive the bullboard on the Labour Party. Good night, Antigua and Barbuda.
The United Progressive Party. The right choice.